Welcome to today's video. Have you ever wondered if the virtual world could have more control over our lives than we realize? Today, we're diving into a chilling and mysterious story, the case of Benjamin S., a young man from the UK who mysteriously disappeared in 2017 after getting deeply involved in the popular video game World of Warcraft. Was this disappearance just a case of a man needing a break from the world? Or could there be something more sinister at play? Today, we will explore this unsettling story, examining not only the strange circumstances of his disappearance, but also a theory that has been haunting many people in the gaming community. Can video games really cause people to disappear or disconnect from the real world? So, grab your headphones and let's unravel this modern-day mystery. Benjamin S., a 24-year-old man from the UK, was an ordinary gamer with a passion for World of Warcraft, one of the most popular online multiplayer role-playing games. Like many players, Benjamin had a regular gaming routine. He would often log in to the game in the evenings, chatting with friends, completing quests, and exploring the virtual world. But on the evening of March 15, 2017, something strange happened. Benjamin, who had been very active on the game and in regular contact with his online friends, suddenly stopped responding to messages and calls. His friends thought it was odd, but at first, they assumed that perhaps he was just immersed in the game and would return to his usual routine soon. But as days passed and there was still no word from him, concerns started to grow. His friends became worried, especially when Benjamin's in-game character, which he usually kept active, suddenly went silent. It wasn't like him to leave the game and not communicate with anyone. By March 18th, Benjamin's friends started taking action. They tried calling him, texting him, and even tried contacting his family. But still, no one had heard from him. Desperate for answers, one of his closest friends decided to visit his apartment. When they arrived, they found the door locked and no signs of a break-in. The apartment was empty. Benjamin's belongings were all in their place, and everything seemed to be in order. But Benjamin was nowhere to be found. The only clue left behind was a computer, still logged into World of Warcraft, but no one was playing the game. His phone had also been left behind, fully charged. He had no history of mental health issues, and there was no indication that anything was wrong in his personal life. His friends were confused. Where could he have gone? With no concrete evidence, Benjamin's disappearance became a mystery. Police were called in, and they started searching for clues. The case quickly drew attention from both media and online communities. The police were stumped. There was no sign of foul play or any evidence that Benjamin had been taken against his will. But then, a chilling theory began to emerge. Many of Benjamin's friends, who were also avid gamers, began to speculate that his disappearance might be tied to his obsession with World of Warcraft. Could it be that Benjamin, like many other gamers, had become so engrossed in the virtual world that he couldn't distinguish it from reality? Some believed that he had disappeared into the game itself, losing touch with the real world. This theory was not as far-fetched as it might sound. As more people started discussing Benjamin's case, it became clear that the world of online gaming was having a powerful impact on players. Many gamers had become so immersed in the virtual worlds of games like World of Warcraft that it seemed like they were living double lives. Could it be that Benjamin's disappearance was a case of someone who had become so emotionally and mentally consumed by a game that they disconnected from everything else? To understand this better, let's look at the role of social media and gaming communities in today's world. In a time when people are constantly connected online, the boundaries between the virtual and the real world can become blurred. Many online gaming communities, like the one Benjamin was part of, are more than just places for entertainment. They often become social hubs where players build relationships, form friendships, and spend countless hours together. For many players, games like World of Warcraft are not just about completing quests. They become entire worlds where they spend most of their time. In these communities, players are not just playing a game. They are creating lives for their characters, building friendships, and even developing emotional attachments. In Benjamin's case, it was possible that the lines between his virtual world and his real life became so intertwined that he lost his sense of reality. His friends within the game were just as important as his friends in the physical world, and perhaps he felt that his life online was more fulfilling, more exciting, or even safer than the real world. But was this emotional attachment enough to cause him to completely disappear? Could he have consciously made the decision to leave his life behind in favor of his virtual life? As the investigation continued, something eerie surfaced. One of Benjamin's online friends discovered a strange message that had been left on one of the in-game forums just before Benjamin's disappearance. The message was vague, but it seemed to imply that Benjamin had been struggling with something. Perhaps a personal crisis or a growing disconnection from reality. In this message, Benjamin wrote, "I think I've finally found what I'm looking for here. The real world just doesn't make sense anymore." The message seemed harmless at first, but when taken in the context of his disappearance, it took on a darker tone. Was Benjamin trying to tell his friends that he had planned to vanish? Was he saying goodbye in his own way? The more people dug into Benjamin's case, the more theories emerged. Some believed that Benjamin had deliberately staged his disappearance to escape the pressures of real life, while others thought he had suffered from a mental breakdown triggered by his intense obsession with the game. There were even whispers of darker theories. Was there someone else involved in his disappearance? One theory suggested that Benjamin had been trying to escape from something in his personal life. Perhaps a difficult relationship, financial trouble, or even depression. In this theory, the game offered him an escape from reality, a place where he could be someone else, live a different life, and leave behind the troubles of the world. Despite the growing interest in the case and multiple attempts by authorities to search for Benjamin, his whereabouts remained unknown. No more clues surfaced, and no one could figure out where he had gone. His disappearance became one of those modern-day mysteries that could not be explained. Theories continued to swirl around the case, but there was no way to know the truth. Was Benjamin simply a victim of his own obsession with a game, or was something else at play? What happened to him in the days after his last message online? Benjamin's disappearance serves as a reminder of the darker side of the virtual world. While online gaming can be a fun and social activity, it can also lead to unintended consequences when people become too immersed in it. The lines between the real world and the virtual world can sometimes blur to the point where it becomes hard to tell where one ends and the other begins. So, what happened to Benjamin S? Was it a simple case of someone running away from life? Or was his disappearance a reflection of a deeper issue within the world of online gaming? Only Benjamin knows the answer. What do you think happened to Benjamin S? Was his disappearance a result of his obsession with World of Warcraft? Or is there something more sinister at play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mysteries and true crime stories. We'll see you in the next video.